Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo and this is the Best of Both Worlds campaign. The two worlds at this point appear to be the Soviet and the Allies, and the best appears to be conquering us, but we're doing our best to avoid it. Let's move these guys north. Is the infantry coverage sufficient here? It seems like it. They really don't have much spirit to fight at the moment, these Soviets, and I don't blame them. Their high command has thrown them against my line a lot, and they have not done well out of it. Beginning to have some supply issues in here. Fair enough. Let's see if we can fly some resupply missions out to those tanks. I love that mechanic, by the way. It's so cool. Okay, we're holding just about over here. Oh, no, some of those are attacks. Well, obviously, we don't want to be doing attacks back across the Rhine. So you've been pushed out of your port defenses and are now holding the front. I kind of don't like it. I kind of think you should pull back. But I don't dare pull you back right now because some of you might be in combat. I might ruin everything. This is it's a very defensible line. It puts some of it outside of the Benelux region. Yeah, some of it's outside the Benelux region. I almost don't dare deploy planes here because they might notice that some of it's outside the Benelux region if I do that. Our place is getting overstacked. What do you have to do to see that? Click on any unit, that's right. No, yeah, one here. You guys should go here. I still want the CAS around so I can panic turn them on. But right now, they are not active. Okay, we're still holding okay over here. Good. Well, we're doing, obviously, sterling work in the east. You can cross the river against them, as I said in the last episode, but you really shouldn't. So let's not. Keep rushing north. Infantry should be moving north to fill it, but aren't because of supply quandaries. Fair enough. And what we could do against the Soviets is repeated pocket, but I think we're going to do a rolling advance pocket. There's probably a name for a rolling advance pocket. The name might literally be Blitzkrieg, now I think about it. But we're not exactly doing combined arms warfare, which I think is another important part of Blitzkrieg combat doctrine, but it's, there might be another name for rolling pocket. Yeah, I think that is actually just Blitzkrieg. Alright. Well, a 40 is not a number I like to see over here, but that's not on the Rhine yet. I'm happy to leave these guys not quite on the Rhine, while those actually on the Rhine kind of find their backbone, prepare for the defense. That's a lot of damage they're doing here. It's a problem. It's a big problem. If they break us here, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. Let's put more people on intercept. You guys over there. I don't need you over there. Get over here. Get on intercept. So we've got 700 planes flying intercept over Western Germany right now. This is foolishness. There's no one flying over Western Germany. One of you can stay. We would like 100 over each region. That seems good. This is Allied air coverage, giving us the superiority down here. You are not needed, this many over here. Let's disband a bunch of you. Resupply some other plane wings. You guys could honestly be used to help this go nice and fast. We could move some people into here, and there's no supply issue there, so let's do so. Just give you slightly better coverage. Why is it showing 0 of 0? Oh, no, that airbase is damaged. That's why. I like how the planes fly backwards when you reassign them somewhere they've already been. That's great. Or rather, when you cancel their reassign order. So we're not worrying about infantry covering our rear much. We're just going to push straight through, kill these guys, and then these infantry can move forwards and cover us that way. Still holding okay over here. Oh, Jesus. For the first and hopefully last time in history, a nuclear bomb has been detonated in Ankara as part of international warfare. The unprecedented destruction stands as a testament to the devastating power of this new weapon, which is feared not only for what it can do to its targets, but its implications it has for the one who deploys it, and for humanity itself. The world holds its breath, waiting for what will come next. Will this force Turkey to surrender, to avoid further terror, or will it only strengthen their resolve to strike back against those who would resort to such measures? The atomic era has truly begun. The Allies have nukes. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. Well, the Turks would have to get to very low national unity before they'd surrender because this region is occupied. There's not very many victory points over here. But we now need to start paying attention to the fact that at any point, a nuke could land on a large city. Say, for example, Amsterdam, which would devastate the organization and strength of all of these units in Amsterdam. Oh, baby. They're going to nuke us. They're going to nuke Berlin, and there's nothing I can do to stop them because we don't have enough planes to deploy them in sufficient numbers across the country to prevent an attack anywhere in the country. The question is, who did it? Like, it didn't say Britain nukes Ankara or Turkey is nuked by Soviets or whatever. But yeah, Turkey is still standing strong. Our steadfast ally in Turkey, honestly. Second place MVP after, you know, moi. They're doing good work down there. Alright, you guys keep coming. Preferably a bit more north. I want to catch all these guys. Well, further proof that the Allies are dangerous aggressors. And we must do all we can to stop them. Obviously, we're going to have bad supply as we just crush through here, but this should be fine as we reinforce him from behind. Good, got total air superiority up here now. That's interesting. I could even use cast over here. We wouldn't lose many because you don't lose many cast to enemy ground attacks. It's not in my experience. Let's send these 4 identical quadruplets over here to go and help close this pocket even faster. Because, of course, the faster we can close it in the east, the faster we can start making progress. They pushed us back a tile there. That's fine. That was a tile we expected to lose, as is this one. Since it's a tile we expect to lose, let's not lose tanks in it. Over it, rather. Okay. These kind of problem areas, I think, should probably have tanks deployed behind them. And since this is so easy over here, maybe I should reduce the number of tanks we send. Yeah, I do think that, actually. Let's take 4 of these tanks. As soon as we finish the Königsberg pocket, as it will go down in the history books, we will we'll withdraw some of these tanks and send them back over to respond to potential allied crosses. Oh, I see, I think. That French division is not at full strength. Look, the bar is just a tiny bit in. That's a good sign. I just don't want to look at my logistics screen. It makes me sad. Hey, Sweden, can I buy some tungsten? Romania, more oil for me, eh? We could import from Argentina and Peru, but it just seems like a really bad idea. We are now over-importing from Hungary, so we should stop. Probably because all the factories that were on these have gone away. Yes, indeed. Say goodbye to all of our production efficiency on CAS and naval bombers and all that good stuff. Let's try and put some factories back on these things a little bit at least. Because as we lose factories, it takes it off the bottom of the list. And sadly, the factories producing planes were in Belgium. I should probably have reassigned that much earlier by taking some off things higher up the list. But spilt milk and all that. Free military factories. Good. How? We're not building. Oh, we are building military factories now. Okay, well, maybe we should ramp up the anti-air in this area. It does help our guys, I think, in terms of their air superiority, the enemy air superiority bonus. Enemy air superiority minus 28%. Of course, the city would also help with that. What is it normally? It's numbers that I'm sure I once had memorized. I think it is healthy. So, well, here's how we can check. It's 28% there. It's 42% here. Yeah, okay. Anti-air, give me. And I think it's, if it's in the tile, it looks like, because that's the same air zone. So yeah, some ground-based anti-air seems like a very good idea. There. We should also make a variant of the 40 with infantry. This is the 40 infantry with anti-air coverage. And we should start switching to this as we can afford it. We should also research better anti-air and build it. We should also research, you know, about 1 million other things. But that is the nature of strategy games, you have to choose between the many things you want. 2 divisions currently holding this tile. They're only attacking from one direction. I hate it. I hate it. That's awful. Please attack me from another direction. I beg of you, because otherwise if one of these guys breaks, the reinforcements are unlikely to get there. Right, it's none of these guys are holding it, so you guys can do a cycle. There's some tanks down here. They've got almost no org. Let's pull them off the front. Might break here too. Guderian's doing his best. Could get an assigned trait. Not one that I really want. He might get commando. Okay, Königsberg pocket established. Push them out of the port first, so as to give maximum casualties to the enemy. And the infantry should begin their inexorable push through this undersupplied, undermanned Soviet force. And then we can move them to the front to keep this safe up here. Obviously, gaps like this are not going to serve us well. Push them there too. Good. These guys should get a new attack plan. Just so they get some planning bonus. You guys already have an attack plan. There's only 4 divisions assigned to that, excuse me. Maybe not. Let's put you guys on that front. Okay. These tanks, just good for scaring the Soviets off. Oh, and Americans in this case. Goody. Do not get my tanks pocketed. Actually, I put the factories off here a second ago. I'm going to put them straight back on. I think getting a bunch of anti-tank into our infantry, anti-air, seems very, very valuable for the battle over the Benelux. So, if I wanted to switch a whole army, like Kurtz here, to the anti-air, what would it cost me? Only 400. Do it. Absolutely do it. It'll take a while to reinforce up to it, but that's fine. Oh no, the red numbers. The red numbers have started appearing. That's not good. Get in there. The, yeah. Yep. Over the area where we're actually, you know, facing their air power, that's where all the damage is coming from. More of you over here, please. In fact, the one with ass. The one with an ace. And actually, I mean, all you guys, we desperately need you on this front. Come from here, please. Goodness gracious, please don't lose Amsterdam. Alright. Ah, no! Come on, drive them back. You gotta drive them back immediately, with no hesitation. Fill the front with tanks, preferably. 13% chance. I think I'll take it. Go on, reinforce in tanks. Tanks, I beg of you. Tanks, thank you. Okay. We should be able to push them back because there's just so many directions we can attack from. And obviously we do much, much better on the offensive than the defensive. But if they break us in multiple points at once next to each other, that's when we start to have... Oh no, Hague! Okay, you guys, push them back. No, the Hague was on our base. Why? Maybe time to throw up the Cass. If not now, then when? If not us, then who? I think you guys need to come over here. You guys come over here. Is that enough? No, not even close. You guys, all of you, need to fly from down here. Okay, extra air crews. We need permanent efficiency support from ground crews. And do we do a suicide attack? We do. Stop them here. Not a suicide attack, but you know Deep Mind's going to hear that one. Do a attack that's not going to work very well, is what I mean to say. So that we can attack here. And not have them... Oh, they've stopped the attack. They stopped the attack. They might be stopping. Of course, they're probably just waiting to get their planning bonus. And planning bonus is higher than entrenchment, which means that if they let us entrench and we let them get a planning bonus, we lose. Or rather, we lose out in that exchange, at least. Do we not have women in the workforce? We don't have total mob? Good lord. It's just how little political power we had. I'm sure I said to myself a while ago, as soon as we get enough political power, we'll do that. It seems like a very recent thought I had. Okay, but on the bright side, It's a lot of dead Soviets. How's your manpower, Soviet Union? He's got 83,000 manpower and he's on scraping the barrel. Excellent. All right. So we'll do the next push against the Soviets with less tanks, but we should still be able to do it. I mean, we crushed through there with just so little resistance. I mustn't get overconfident. I must remember that they're going to get substantially harder to push back as soon as we get to their core territory. Not only because it will be tougher to attack them, but also because their counterattacks will be much, much more devastating. The attack bonus they'll receive. We have to push them out of The Hague. It's not optional. Go on air superiority. No, don't go on air superiority. Please. Please, drive them back. Okay, some tanks arriving. That'll be good. Let's pull out of this fight. Start with the tanks. It is city terrain, so maybe that's actually a bad idea. You must push them back. It is imperative. There aren't any people actually moving north from this tile right now, which gives me a glimmer, just the faintest glimmer of hope that we might be able to push them back there. Supply issues? Why aren't you moving? That doesn't sound right. If it was to move to the next province, it would... Oh, there is a supply issue here. It's just not yet bad enough to be really remarked upon. Let's get more infrastructure here, and let's bump the infrastructure repair in the region. Yeah, Friesland's stuff always gets busted whenever you're trying to... Oh god, they're bombing Hanover? No? They're not bombing Hanover. Is it still broken from when they bombed it ages ago? Good lord. I realise my perspective of ages ago is skewed by the fact that this campaign is lasting a long time because it's so desperate, but still, seems like that should have been repaired by now. Alright, we're going to break these guys from this side, which means basically you guys can move to the new front. And, well, let's do this first, shall we? That's not what I want you to do. That's a little more what I want you to do. Unnecessary casualties crossing the river, but I want to hurry them to the new front so we can begin the next encirclement. If we could beat the Soviet Union, I think we'd be in a good spot against the Allies. We could bring such numbers to the front and put pressure on other fronts with those numbers that we'd be in a good, very, very good spot. Plus, we'd be able to bring these veterans over to the front without fear of the East buckling. Come on. Come on. Break them. He's got a freaking initiative because of his damn recon. He's getting such incredible bonus recon from the air. You do get bonus recon from the air, I think. Looks like we're going to push them back, though. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. The blocking attack failed. Keep him pinned. Keep him pinned. Gosh, it's difficult. It's difficult. Sorry. South. Good, okay. It's another pocket of the Soviets. Marvelous. The reason the Allies are doing better, the main reason, well, I mean, there's 3 of them and 1 Soviet, and each of these guys is just beefy as hell. But the main reason is the air, and the second main reason is the fact that they didn't launch attacks this whole time. You know, the Soviets have been in a near constant state of war against us, whereas the Soviets just haven't. Sorry, the Soviets have been in a near constant state of attack against us, and the Allies just haven't been. We can replan that. It just looks ugly to have that sitting there. I don't have any guys waiting up here for that invasion, do I? No, that would make me very upset. Do we have any more things? Oh, hello. Why don't you have a general? Must have reassigned him to the east. Here, you can have this guy. Or this guy. I think we're training up this guy. Yeah, he's almost got organizer. That's always nice. Mountaineers are almost ready. That'll be good. We can swap in. You just know I'm going to deploy these as soon as I can and put them on the Allied front, but we can swap these guys for some of the 20 wits over here. No, they're 20 wits too. kind of heartbreaking. And the 20 wits are part of the problem when it comes to the reinforce rate issues we've been having. Because... Sorry, the 40 wits are, because obviously, you know, if 2 of them break, that's 80 width broken. Okay, they're pushing in here, and because the front hasn't... men haven't mobilized from here to the new front quickly enough, and I'm not trying to blame them for it. It's my fault. Is that a new army? No, good. Get over there. It'll be fine, though. Soviets don't have the oomph to sustain a proper attack against us. Not in Polish core territory. Okay. Come on. Come on, we're so close. Don't let the blocking attacks stop. Just put such unbelievable pressure on them, they can't even consider advancing. And retake the Hague! Yes! That's excellent. Alright, blocking attack can cease. I know people call it pinning attack as well. I call it pinning attack as well, but, you know, blocking attack sounds kind of fun. Alright, you guys get in there. Good, 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 good. That's spectacular news. Okay, the fallback line. Move back onto your front line. Now that they have become one and the same. And let's put our tanks where our mouth is in terms of the threats on this front. I want 1 tank to stay down in Cologne. And all the rest should go into the area where they're really pushing at us from the air. Which remains the case. Yes, good. Okay, Cass can withdraw. Good, 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 good. Okay. Whew. Well, we retook the Hague. They're not actively attacking. The pocket in the east is going superbly. They're attacking us, obviously, and could cause property problems, but as soon as the rest of our infantry reach the front, especially once our tanks reach the front, it's just taking us a while to push through this, largely, almost, because I'm not microing it properly. Attacking from many directions and all that. Well, how are you guys all showing us doing defenses? It's a little weird. Look at that. You see that? That right there is a static front. Well, they're not bombing us here right now, so we should take advantage of that by building some forts over here. And building anti-air. Apparently, right, this got broken, so let's build some new ones in the Rhineland. We could also prioritize repairing it. No, it's already been repaired. Spectacular. Oh, that's a fairly stable front. Okay, so what I think is happening and why that's stabilized is because the French have gone elsewhere. Because the front is now far enough from the lines that the French are losing interest a bit. They apparently don't have much spirit for this fight. We should probably get this, because I'm not taking it and this. And a million other things, like this. And all of these. We really should, well... Ground support's good. Ace generation chance is good. This one is very good. But our mission efficiency right now is about 100%. I don't think it can go above 100%. No, that's what we should research. We should get anti-air attack first. There's many, many other things I want to research. And believe me, I know many of you will be thinking, why isn't he researching this? And the answer may be because other things are just taking precedence right now. Or the answer may be just because I'm an idiot. So do tell me what you think I should be researching. If there's some big area I've missed. Air doctrine, I know, is something we missed and should maybe have prioritized early on. But elite difficulty just makes it so tough to get all the research you want. Okay, the front is holding even with this kind of skeleton defense, which makes me want to divert men away from the eastern front, but I just don't think we could dare. All looking fine down here. Supply situation is stabilized down here. Good. Ports are defended nicely. The emergency force ready to defend our western coast is good. They haven't deployed against us there. Okay. Okay. Let's just finish off this pocket. Do a little casualty recount. And then we will call it apart on this episode. You guys. Get that autosave done. You guys, not boxmen. Get over here to the front, please. Okay, look at that. That's a lot of Soviet divisions going down. Spectacular. And there goes the last one. Nice. Those casualties don't seem to have risen by as much as I would expect. Probably because these divisions don't have much manpower in them, would be my guess. You can't actually see that, I don't think. It doesn't show up in the modifiers. It just modifies the base, I think. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. In the next episode, we'll see what we can do to continue pushing against the Soviets relieving pressure on that front. Maybe moving some men over here. Sorry about a siren. That's the ambulance coming to save our failing German Empire. But we're not doing too badly. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.